What up, y'all? Tone Space, back with another walk and talk. It's been a little while since I did these walk and talks, but people seem to love them. So on this one, I'm going to talk about being weird. We're going to talk about being a weirdo and how proud, how glad, how honored I am to be able to embrace and acknowledge that I myself am a weirdo. And, maybe some people will be able to resonate with what I'm about to say. I'll start with just the general sense. The general sense of what I'm getting at is that this world has been twisted, is rather turned on its head. Up is down, wrong is right, in is out, what's out is in. It's totally been, it's done a complete 180, this entire world. You turn on the news and you find evidence of this every day. We could go as deep as pedophile rings and how much they're accepted, the political system. It's so much. It's another video. We can actually go into the details of this very weird, brave new world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, Aldous Huxley, I believe his name is. I forget. But yeah, man, being weird, beautiful thing. Now, as many of you may know, I consider social media and my experiences and interactions with people on social media as an ever-growing, ever-morphing, ever-changing, very dynamic social experiment. Getting to experience the psyche and the disposition of other men and women, from their level of kindness to their level of straight, despicableness and things of the such. Last night, for example, perfect example of how weird I am or how weird my perspective is from, I guess, the general mainstream populace. All right, I'll get to it. There's a man on YouTube that pulled up some old video of mine about a year and a half ago or whatever. And, I was on tour. Y'all may know I rocks with my man Necro and whatnot. We go on tour across the world, across the country at times, stuff like that. And he had some porn star fans or whatever, right? I was video vlogging the entire experience. So he had these two porn star fans that, decided to come through backstage. And, we went to the restaurant, they came back to the hotel, stuff like that. Now, I didn't do anything with them or anything. But, I was just vlogging about that. Nothing special. I wasn't trying to prop myself up like, oh, look at me, I'm pulling these porn stars. Well, I wasn't attracted to either one of them one bit. I'll just say they weren't my flavor. We'll keep it like that. They weren't my flavor. And there were other aspects about them that had me suspect, about them beyond that. But the point I'm making is even outside of this person that decided to examine this video last night, even other people were saying, oh, you should have done this with them. You should have had sex with them. You should have done this and that and blah, 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 blah with them. And I wasn't fronting like I did anything with them. Wasn't trying to front like I did anything with them. In fact, I made it clear in the comment section and during the live video when I was live streaming it at the time that, I desire to and have nothing to do with this situation, right? Now comes the weird part. It's just interesting how so many people they're big on the the casual sex thing. A man is measured by the notches on his belt and such and such, such and such. Men, I'll just be blatant, I'll just be clear. For the most part, men are thirsty for women and to have sex with them as expediently as possible. Women know this. Women use it as a weapon. They use it as a tool. They use it as, something they can wrap around their finger. And they use it as power. Now for my weird ass. I am very rarely sexually available for anyone. I am not an easy man for a woman to have sex with. Straight like that. Now, when I was younger, sure, I was part of that common club of men that are just, hunting for whatever they can get. Probably for a brief time. Even then, I was still kind of on my own shit, right? But it's just so interesting to see that, especially deep into adulthood, that just men in general, it doesn't matter if you're 50, 60, 80, you'll be on some Hugh Hefner shit or desire to be on some Hugh Hefner shit. I don't desire shit like that. When I meet a woman, I want to know the woman. I want a woman to start a family with. Sex is not, physical attraction and stuff, that can happen instantaneously. It does happen instantaneously. Of course, I get the same urges, probably to, a great level. I get the same urges as any guy would get. However, the way it translates in the relationship between me and the woman, I'm not sexually available. Or not easily sexually available. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an easy guy to catch sexually. No, not at all. And that's weird. You know what I'm saying? That's weird in today's society. Now, you would think it would be normal. What happens when you have sex? You reproduce. Every encounter, if you're not protected by a condom, you're running the risk of starting a pop-up family, an unintended family, if that, wasn't your intention. Then look at this normal world that we're in. How many broken homes and children, especially in the urban community, raised by the mothers where the father isn't there or he's put on child support. In fact, what's interesting? It's a normalcy to have a baby's mama. That's normal. The whole man, woman, child, wife, husband, child, children, that's not a normalcy. Definitely not in the black community. Definitely not in the urban community. What's normal is man, baby's mama, child support. That's a normalcy. That's a normalcy, right? How did that become a normalcy? Well, it happens by the normal routine of men being thirsty and doing whatever they gotta do to hit something as quick as they can. That has made that a normalcy. Where if men would have control, because as men we are supposed to have control, stability, both financially, socially, emotionally, and mentally, where we should be stable, but for some reason, the stability of us being able to control our urges, like if you're in a relationship to not cheat and stuff like that. Oh yeah, cheating's also normal. Cheating is very normal for a man. Very normal, right? So the normalcy of the man-woman dynamic are for men to not be men. That's the way I look at it, because the loss of control sexually and the loss of control by way of commitment, which usually the commitment gets broken by way of the weak giving into sexual urges. I did a video some time ago saying I'm a sexual deviant. Now, if you just look at the title, you may think I was on some old bugged out shit, but if you actually listen and watch the video, I was basically saying just this: I am not sexually easily available. You know what I'm saying? I look at some guys, they look all raggedy. One thing about me, as I'm a very, very grown man, skin still shining, I still got like that brightness, I still got a youthfulness to me. I have not given away all of my sexual energy because I'm not about that life like that, And this particular man that decided to take my video and try to spin an L on me for some reason is so interesting, because he and I probably live in opposite worlds from each other. He is a man that is very thirsty and very simpish for any and every woman that he can get to have sex with, while, and I'm not even trying to brag, it's just the truth, I have a hard time trying to turn. I have women that say, yo, are you physically available? What you doing this weekend? This, that, the third, all the time. What am I doing this weekend? Nothing with your ass. Because I don't know you like that. Back off, shorty. So what's interesting? This video only has a 10-minute time limit, so I might cut it short. And maybe I'll even do a part 2 as to why I'm a weirdo, and I'm proud and I'm happy to be one. All right.